TSI Practice Test 2026 Texas Success Initiative, Full Course Author's Purpose and Tone. Question 1. Read the passage about the Amazon rainforest's medicinal value. What is the author's primary purpose? To argue for deforestation. To list pharmaceutical companies. To explain why the rainforest should be protected. To describe tropical weather. The passage focuses on the unique benefits provided by the rainforest, specifically medications, to justify protection. Question 2. A text describes the harsh winters for herbivores and their survival through hibernation. What is the tone? Critical. Informative. Sarcastic. Aggressive. The author provides factual information about animal behavior and environmental challenges without emotional bias. Question 3. A passage compares primary and secondary sources. Why does the author use the phrase "actually present"? To show bias. To emphasize accuracy. To create suspense. To confuse the reader. The author highlights that being present at an event typically leads to more accurate reporting. Question 4. What is the author's purpose in a text discussing abnormal preening in captive birds? To promote bird sales. To explain a specific behavioral issue. To describe wild bird habitats. To criticize bird owners. The text focuses on identifying and explaining the causes of abnormal preening. Question 5. A passage describes Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. What is the author's attitude toward Gardner? Respectful and objective. Dismissive. Hostile. Uncertain. The author presents Gardner's theories as significant and explains them clearly. Question 6. An article outlines the risks of internet use and password safety. What is the author's tone? Alarmist. Instructive. Humorous. Apathetic. The author provides practical steps and warnings to help readers stay safe. Question 7. In a text about sleep deprivation, the author uses medical statistics. The purpose is likely to entertain readers, persuade readers to sleep more, sell sleep aids, critique medical researchers. Using statistics about health risks like diabetes and dementia is a persuasive tactic to encourage healthy sleep habits. Question 8. A passage about the history of leeches in medicine aims to discuss the reader, provide a historical overview, ban the use of leeches, promote a new drug. The text explores the various ways leeches have been used throughout history. Question 9. If a passage uses words like unfortunate, tragic, and devastating, the tone is joyful, somber, nostalgic, objective. These words convey a heavy, sad, or serious emotion. Question 10. What is the purpose of a passage that lists the pros and cons of telecommuting? To demand remote work. To provide a balanced perspective. To ban office work. To increase travel. Listing both sides suggests an objective, balanced evaluation. Question 11. A text uses irony to describe a failed expedition. The tone is sincere, satirical, enthusiastic, scientific. Irony is a hallmark of satire or mocking tones. Question 12. If the author uses technical jargon and complex data, the intended audience is likely children, general public, experts in the field, historical novelists. Jargon suggests a specialized audience familiar with the terms. Question 13. A passage ends with a call to action to donate to a charity. The purpose is descriptive, narrative, persuasive, expository. A call to action is designed to convince the reader to do something. Question 14. What tone is conveyed by the sentence, "The sunrise painted the sky in hues of gold and violet"? Angry, despairing, appreciative, clinical. The descriptive, beautiful imagery shows appreciation. Question 15. The author of a biography writes about a person's failures as well as successes. The tone is biased, objective, judgmental, glorifying. Presenting both sides indicates a lack of bias and objectivity. Question 16. A text describes how to assemble a desk. The purpose is to entertain, to persuade, to inform/instruct, to express feelings. The goal is to provide instructions on how to complete a task. Question 17. An editorial criticizes a new tax law. The tone is most likely neutral, critical, complimentary, indifferent. Criticism implies a critical tone. Question 18. A passage uses the word shocking several times to describe a discovery. The purpose is to calm the reader, create a sense of urgency or surprise, explain a math problem, minimize the event. The word shocking is used for emphasis and impact. Question 19. What is the primary purpose of a scientific abstract? To tell a story, to provide a summary of research, to ask for money, to entertain scientists. Abstracts summarize the key points of a study. Question 20. A poem uses metaphors of winter to describe old age. The tone is cheerful, reflective, frantic, abrasive. The metaphor suggests a thoughtful, perhaps melancholy, reflection on life.